Good morning students. I, Professor Manish Chavan, welcome you all in the e-learning platform of Shiksha Mandal's GS College Commerce Wardha. In previous lecture, we have seen oral and written communication. In that, we have seen the difference between oral and written communication. And in today's lecture, we would be discussing the advantages of oral communication and the disadvantages of oral communication, and similarly we will discuss advantages of written communication and the disadvantages of written communication today. As the word itself suggests that oral communication is the communication that occur on a daily basis between the two individuals. Okay, and we have seen that the spoken word is the basis of the oral communication. So while in offline class, when we discuss in the class, that can be considered as oral communication. So oral communication, what are the advantages of oral communication? We'll see one by one. That it saves a time, because instant feedback is possible in oral communication. For example, if any group discussion is there, okay, and in any organization, manager can ask the queries related with the work, okay, and he can get the instant feedback of the employee. Okay, so it saves the time, then it is more effective. Why it is more effective? Because the queries can be resolved at the instant place. Okay, and also it is very convenient, because through gestures, through individual body language, the manager can understand it and manager can give him appropriate suggestion at the. That's why it is a more effective. Then third one is greater understanding. Through body language, through gestures, the manager can understand his employee in a very good sense. Okay, and that's why it gives the opportunity to understand the individual, to share the relationship with the individual. Okay, so for example, even in offline class, when we would be conducting our offline class, through our gesture, through our participation in the class, an interactive session would be there. Okay, through that you can ask any instant queries related with the topic. So through this way, your understanding would be more. Okay, then flexibility that we can consider the receiver's convenient time, and then we can call up any time. So we have flexibility in oral communication. Then bettering of relationship. Through oral communication, we can understand the person. Okay, through oral communication we can share a good relations with our employee. Okay, even if we in daily life as well, if you do not have proper communication with your family members, with your friends, if there is a communication gap, so you cannot understand or you cannot share a good friendship bond with each other. Okay, so it is very essential to have a regular communication to maintain your relationship. Okay, and then second one is the next one is that greater efficiency and productivity. Okay, so in terms of oral communication, as we can get the instant feedback, we can the company would be more efficient, because it saves time and cost as well. Okay, in oral communication, through live session or live discussion, or through that session, the queries can be resolved. Okay, and then quick execution of task. For example, suppose any activities are being conducted in the company, then there can be a a formal meeting, okay, and through that quick execution of that events is possible. Then we have disadvantages, okay, these are the advantages, but as you know that every coin has two sides, okay, that even if the advantages is there, we have disadvantages. And what are the disadvantages? That we need for face to face meeting, okay. In terms of oral communication, there is a individual participation is essential, okay. And for example, if a next person is not there at the time, then it needs time to call him, and it requires a lot of time as well, okay. So that's why we say that it is a costly method. Then the second point is expensive method, okay. Expensive is that we need to call him, and when he will come, then only you can get feedback. Then inconvenience, if the communicator lacks skill, for example, if the competency is not there, okay. For example, if he is not competent to deliver a message in front of other person, then one cannot understand the person. While one quotation is there for Oliver Goldsmith, that he spoke like a poor Tom, okay, but he wrote like an angel. Sometimes what happens in writing, your expression is good, but while speaking he cannot deliver that much, okay. So this is something that is the limitation of this method. Then no evidence left. For example, any argument happened between the employees, okay, and he said any abusive words to you, but later he can deny as well, and you cannot claim anything because there is no evidence at all. Then no time for thinking, okay. So for example, when the oral communication is there, there is no scope for revision as such, while at the time of writing one is planning, organizing thought, and then he can deliver it. But as far as this method is concerned, there is no time for thinking, instant communication is there. So, and there is a quote that while speaking one needs to understand that what can be the consequences of your speech, okay. So in that you cannot get that opportunity to think, okay. And then no future referencing as such, as I mentioned that if anybody abuse you, okay, and if anybody abuses you, and then he say that no, there is no future references, so even if you cannot claim against it, okay. Then after that we have advantages of written communication and the disadvantages of written communication. As we have seen the advantages of oral communication, so these are the advantages of the oral communication. So these advantages can be considered as the disadvantages of. So this is a time consuming, this is a saving of time. So the advantages, the disadvantages of written communication can be considered as advantages of oral communication, okay. And the disadvantages of oral communication can be considered as advantages of written communication, because when we say need for face to face meeting, there is no need of face to face meeting. So in this manner you can prepare and you can study this topic, okay. Because these disadvantages means that method has disadvantages, that's why we have another medium of written communication, okay. So we are bridging the gap, and that's why we say that both the methods are equivalent, and both the methods are essential for the communication, okay. So one cannot say that the oral communication is good, or one cannot completely say that the written communication is good, okay. Both part is essential, as one cannot compare the male and female, both essential part of human life, and through this way you can say. Okay, there is a, now we'll see advantages of written communication. So first advantages of written communication is that no need of personal contact, as one can write it, okay, and then you can send emails, then you can send direct message through WhatsApp, okay. So there is no personal contact as such in written communication. And greater clarity of message, okay, while writing something, while delivering something, one can have raw material, okay, one can think about it, and then with planning and with proper diction, one can prepare the message, okay. So there is a greater clarity of message. Then low cost because there is no need of a personal interview, okay, one can write it and one can send it directly. So this is a low cost method. And this is a boon of this method, this is the advantages of method. There's a written evidence is there, okay. So here we do not have written evidence, but here as a legal document you can claim your okay, by the written document as such, okay. Then message can be sent to too many recipients, okay. Once you type it, once you prepare a thought, then you can send to too many people, okay. That is the advantages of written communication. And then the disadvantages of written communication is that it needs time, because to prepare something you need planning, okay, proper diction, then you need to think about it, so it is a time consuming. Then second one is lack of secrecy, okay, as it has been written, that document can be once you delivered it or once you publish it, there is no secrecy at all. While in oral communication, whatever you say to another person, that can be kept secret, but once you announce something or once the notice has been issued, there is no secrecy at all, okay. And then delayed transmission, once you have prepared a blueprint, then or you have written something, then it requires time to transmit it, okay. Then no use for illiterate people, because for writing one needs to be a literate person. He should have knowledge of writing skill as well. Then second one is that no prompt feedback, because in written communication you write it, then you apply for the job, and then you get an interview call letter, and at the time of interview then only there will be a feedback. So until and unless you won't get any response from that institution, there is no feedback, there is no scope for feedback, okay. So in this way, in previous lecture we have seen the difference between the oral communication and written communication, and in today's lecture we have seen the advantages of oral communication and the disadvantages of oral communication. And as I mentioned that these disadvantages can be considered as the advantages of written communication, and these disadvantages of the written communication can be considered as advantages of oral communication, because one party has disadvantages, that's why we have scope for the another party, okay, and both are equivalent. So you cannot, you can debate on that which one can be more convenient, but you cannot say that this is the best method or this is the worst method. You cannot say both are essential, okay. So this is the first part, oral communication and written communication. Now we would be moving with the second distinguish that according to, this is according to mode. Now the second one is according to medium, okay. So there is a types of communication according to mode, oral and written, and the second is the types of communication according to medium, that is print communication and electronic communication, okay. And this is something very debatable topic, okay, and this is something that is in 21st century we have electronic communication. Okay, it is an emerging branch. Okay, and nowadays electronic communication, now I am conducting this lecture, it is also a example of electronic communication. But in the oldest form, what was the medium we had is to communicate information, we had print media. Okay, so there is a now print communication and electronic communication, or we can say print media and electronic media. And now we will see the distinguish between these two elements. So in print communication, we say that the news and information is shared through printed publications as such. Okay, it is the oldest form of communication, because during those days, no, when our teacher, okay, our parents, they learned something, no, through news and information shared through printed publication as such, because during those days, no, there was no electronic medium. Nowadays we are like we are using more technology, okay, and we are advanced than our previous generation, because for example, to have something, no, to get information about something, they used to follow only hard copy. Okay, so to go to library to find out the particular books was very much tedious for them. But nowadays, even if you have some query, the Google Guru is with you. Okay, the most authenticated Guru is with you, that on the instant way you can find out that what is the meaning of particular word or particular concept as such. So this is the advanced way of, and through this electronic medium we are constantly updated. Okay, so this is something that that is a debatable topic, that which one is more convenient. Okay, but both are essential aspect of communication. So we'll see one by one, that is a print communication and electronic communication. So as the word suggests, news and information is shared through print publication is print communication, while on the other hand electronic communication is that the news and information is shared through electronic medium. Okay, so this is the basic difference, and this is the oldest means of sharing information, because we had earlier we had not this electronic medium as such. Okay, so during those days we were completely dependent on this print communication, while this electronic is an advanced means of sharing information. So news and information is published here in print communication. News and information is published in hard copy and then it is released, which is more reader friendly. Okay, and while on the other hand in electronic communication, news and information is uploaded or broadcasted and then it can be viewed through electronic medium, which is more viewer friendly. Okay, because sometimes what happens, if you have habit of reading newspaper, so this one is like more friendly to you. Okay, because a reader friendly person will generally prefer newspaper over television. Okay, because they have habit of reading, while nowadays the people are following TV news through mobile apps, e-books, magazine. These are the example of electronic medium, and newspaper, magazines, books, posters, these are the example of print media. Okay, so in electronic media, as I mentioned, that this is the advanced form of technology. Okay, and through that way we are constantly updating ourselves. Okay, so live shows and live reporting, through that way we can be updated. Okay, so this is possible in electronic media, that live shows and live reporting is possible, while on the other hand in print media there is no live reporting as such, because newspaper generally we know that on weekly basis, magazine or something on weekly basis it is being produced. Okay, so we need to wait for it. So this is the a basic distinction between print media and electronic media. So I hope you have understood the concept today. In next lecture we would be discussing the next types. Okay friends, till then be safe at home, stay safe, stay happy, and happy Diwali to you. Okay.